So, guys, and thanks to CSharp, Simon, and all the people who are going for this thing. And this is not technical at all. This is something which I picked from my many years of experience. That how what is human can we can help in that. So AI is one thing, but as a human, what we can do, right? So I talk about an architect for a couple of years, and have seen the issues and how it can be help as a software architecture standpoint, right? So we have a lot of things to show. I just give the basics here, and I have already shared my slide deck in my LinkedIn, and then you can pick from there, and I will share everything with what you have, right? So we talk about the current practice of software architecture, and we how the Gen AI is impacting the software architecture, and this is something very important to understand. And then I will also talk about the current market situation, which is not so, I will say, upbeat. I will say that's something important to take note. And what jobs are impacted and the layoff trends, right? I know it's a negative thing, but I will give you some positive things as well, which will help you growing in your career, right? So something which and I was a part of layoff also. So it's like you can feel from the person who has laid off, right? So you get the real person who was half impacted and how he actually moved. Right? Something you get the thing. So I want to have all the practice thing which you can get, and again for Microsoft. So I talk about mostly Microsoft stuff specifically, but I will something share which is the AI is such a big thing. So I talk about the Gen AI in general. Okay. And then the last part I will talk about is how we can future proof your career, right? How to bulletproof your career. This is so important in these days that I mean, to talk to students, I talk to middle-aged people, very experienced people. I will say everyone is saying that there is a AI, and you want to just tell this AI is not the only thing, right? So I tell you about what happening, then how the companies do, how the companies' mindsets are different. Okay, so that is something about myself. I'm Microsoft alumni, and then I just joined Microsoft, and then I came back. Right, I'm working in a not in Microsoft. I'm working in a manufacturing industry. Right now, software architecture is what is software architecture? I give you the basics because this is I know this is generic, but how is so important for you going from as a basic software developer to solution architect. How your role will be if you just become solution architect, right? So first and first, you have to be functional and technical expert, right? If you are just technical, you get jobs like a technical consultant, you get a senior technical person, right? But you not may grow to the function. Function is business point of view. So you have to be both working on the functional side, the business side, and also technical side. And you will be the person who actually giving solution to the people, right? If you don't know, you have to give a resource that. And the most important thing should be a people server. I've seen many issues with the thing. Even I didn't know they reach out and some people, whether it's MVPs or some expert people, and then I give the solution to the people. So that is important about what the solution architect does, right? And again, give the owner of the solution, right? And it can be a technical skill, could be a software skill, whatever it is, right? And again, this is a platform. A platform could be any system for that matter. It could be your cloud platform, it could be your Azure, it could be your on-premises application, which are rare right now. But again, it could be anything, right? So if you are skills into Microsoft, any other thing, you should be a part of that. You should be upgrading yourself and telling the users and your management what is possible with these products, right? That is something which I want to call out here. Now, something which is very important that I mentioned that your person should be just not technical, he has to be functional. So it's important that you have to collaborate, coordinate, and communicate. Again, these three are so important, and you always have seen very bad feedback as a children architect. So understand that not all the things will be on your way, right? So you have to understand that Some many people will give you a very positive feedback. Some people said, oh, this is not so good, right? So you have to pick something and then always complete working on the purpose of it, right? Communication is something important because your bandwidth will be very limited. So you have to dedicate work to people who are expert, right? So you can give the things and all. So you are a project manager or sort of an architect, you have to understand what your role is. Are you architect, your project manager, or what your skills are? So this is a very generic thing I'm talking about. Okay. Now, let's go to the next thing that as a social architect, how is impacting your software architecture landscape? That is super important, right? Now, if you see that in the, I mean, again, I like this six things. So you can do automation. Example, you can have a GitHub, right? It can do a lot of amazingly saving of your time, right? And you think about software designing, you go to the Azure AI and find the amazing design tools which can help. And you can have multiple things. I mean, you can give all and all about what things. But if you are not learning, again, in general, even with a software architecture, or maybe a technical person, you might not grow. But that is important, right? Again, I'm talking about human part here as well. But I give you a thing. I was just our consultant. I was just a system admin 10 years back, right? And I found that this growth, I won't have any growth. And in many, many years, I grew to the sort of an architect role, right? And it took me 5 years to go to that level. So if you're depending on what you want to go, how much you want to grow in your life. So from going to the software architecture or going from to the software development, it depends on what your passion is. That is something you can go for, right? If you are very good about solving technical skills, not functional, go for that, right? So that's why I'm going to my point is right now. Don't take this thing. This is some negative feedback, but I'm telling you that I was laid off. I was could not think straight. But this is something important to tell. You have to understand market is not so good at this point of time. There are a lot of things happening here. So this again is not the latest facts. Just give you something which is important. And again, as a US, if US impacts, most of the countries get impacted as well, right? India is different, I will say, but again, in general. So this employment rate is increased, and we have COVID, and also a lot of issues happened in 2022, 20, and then the things Fed in US gave a lot of money right to the organizations. So the employment rate decreased, right? That is very good, right? However, like also you said, a lot of people, again, this is US data, that around 2.7 million people got job after the put the interest rate lower. So you see a lot of people get a job, right? That is something that is phenomenal. However, they added a lot of jobs, but people feeling companies and people are not very upbeat about the jobs. Think about companies. The companies doesn't want to hire more people, right? Because they don't know what the market will be, right? So this is something which we have to understand. This is 2024, right? Something which is pretty new, right? And I'm just when I was looking for a job, I could not find any job. I know I'm based in Singapore. It's very difficult to find a good job. And as a matter of fact, I was looking I was a very good package from Microsoft, and I have to go down. I think I was okay to become software architect. I become software developer, right? Because I don't know the job market. So not so good, right? Literally, I got job. It is makes sense for me, and it is same thing which I was doing in Microsoft, and settle a bigger role. It happens, but it's not all the people get same kind of opportunities, right? Because job is not so good right now at this point of market, right? And we have more things coming into the queue. So people are not getting right jobs at this point of time. Also, India is special. I know there's some things I won't talk about, but things are different here. But even India is impacted, right? So something want to talk about. Right now, both jobs are you can see here, and it's being given to you. One thing which is very important is about the jobs which are admin, coding, customer service, teachers, legal, finance, and human resources. These are the jobs impacted in last 2 years, right? And you understand where it's coming from, right? Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all people want to save cost, right? And they have some strategy, right? It's not like a strategy. They're such a big organizations. They want to save cost. There's some reasons, right? Now, I give a reason later on, right? Now, this is the layoff trend. You can go to this official website. You can see the which particular country and which regions are there, and you can see that I will say the URL, and you see that in 2020, here in this chain, there's no issue, right? In 22, after the Fed gave a lot of money, it's 0% interest. So many companies, all tech companies, even small companies, they hire a lot of people. Okay, they hire a lot of people, right? However, after the Fed increased, you see the layoff now. So all companies are firing off. It's not tech companies. All companies. I give you the list of the companies. It's not the companies. Banks, right? The streaming services like Spotify and Netflix, they are also laying off. There's some reason for that, right? I give a reason now. Okay. So this is the trends. I give it the last one. This happened only last month. If you know about Reliance industry, they know they are laying off around 42,000 people. Just last month, right? Citibank 20K. Microsoft, you said every year they have something and all. You see, all tech companies are doing it, right? And this is a reason, and this is something which is you can't think of that. There's a reason, I give a reason why they're doing it. So I think you should have an idea that okay, for me, I want to move forward to career myself, my future proof my career, you have to do something. Right? If you are sitting in that, maybe the job won't come to you. Right? You have to think in that line. Right? So something we should talk about, right? So this is my web I on this 23. This is Reliance. Just came. I added only yesterday, and Citibank is keep adding for 20 years. Again, Cisco yesterday they added the 6,000 plus people. This is June. 6,000 people. They added more. They're adding more people. They're adding. So they're 11% of their the workplace. They were reducing it again for a lot of things, right? So you can don't tell me that I'm telling a negative thing, but I'm going to give you a positive feedback towards that. You get the things right, right? So you think again, or you're talking about so many. What are the reasons? There's so many reasons, but the key reasons in telling you is COVID, right? So COVID time, lot of issues happened in 2020, uh, and the tech companies have a zero interest rate, right? So again, you think that in 2020, 2021, Fed reduced interest rate to zero, right? So if the Fed increased, I'm talking about USC, I'm not RBI, I'm talking about Fed, which impact which are larger companies. All the tech companies hired more people. Okay, so it's not like that. Yeah, I've been talking about. I've seen people in Microsoft who are 25 years. They also laid off. So it's not about just interested in something other strategies which are interesting to do, right? Recession fear of that. I mean, like careers, US is going to recession for sure. Nobody knows what time. And the major focus is all the companies want to be lean, right? I have a my one of my neighbor who's in Citibank and he is feared because I don't know. He doesn't know that what the market is going, right? So he's also very bit fearful, right? So to understand that Microsoft and all the tech companies they want to be lean, right? So if for example, Microsoft has around 2,000, sorry, 200,000 people, sorry, 2,100 users, users. Now they from to 70,000 lesser, right? They want to lead down. Same to Google, same to AWS, right? And the main focus was on AI. You get the idea. So software architecture, why the people have to go there is because they want to have automation can help with this, right? So if you see that if the companies are make them leaning, which is the reason that they have to cut people, and you know the reason, right? I've seen the some screenshot about that with you. So the main reason is about tech companies are lowering for the lean. It's always increased to many percentage is because the US economy is not so good. So government has to put some kind of checks, right? Balance. Okay, now in next 50 minutes, I'm talking about how we can make a positive thing. right? Or talk about the world negative. I want to talk also so many things negative, negative. Can we talk about positive? So next 15 minutes, I will talk positive things, how we can do it, right? So first thing first, I just want to say about the Gen AI. Gen AI is such an amazing stuff, and it was again, if you know about or still knew about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an amazing tool which helps many organizations, right? So Microsoft invested a lot, and they want to see and then invested something called as Copilot. How I think you have heard about Copilot. I'm not giving too much details here, and I'm talking about in general, right? So Copilot and other stuff is making Microsoft lean the team, right? You know, because now Copilot can do so many other stuff, so they want to lean the team. It's not Microsoft, all other tech companies I'm talking about, right? So there's something which you talk about. The focus is about Gen AI, right? So I'm talking about something very, very specifically. Now, if you want to, again, like, from Microsoft standpoint, I just want to show that if you want to create an app, right? Previously, we had to write lot of code. However, after we go for the ChatGPT and we use the Power Apps and anything, we can make an app within few minutes, right? Example, think about creating an app for a sales lead, right? It may take 1 or 2 hours, or you're getting data from some SAP system, example, right? So it keeps it take time. However, if you're using the Copilot, you can make application within few seconds, again, few minutes, and then you can do some testing and all. So it depends on how stringent your organization has about Copilot, right? This is something which you want to talk about, right? So again, if you have many other applications, think about Power Pages. I'm not talking about the Microsoft products, but in general, these tools help to improve and accelerate your development, right? I use ChatGPT um, I think in a day at least 50, 60 times, right? This is my usage, right? And I have to upgrade to ChatGPT Plus because my usage is so huge that I have to go upgrade to my ChatGPT and also Copilot. Copilot is free for me, it's okay, but I don't have ChatGPT stuff testing on it. So I have to upgrade. You don't have quota in ChatGPT, so I have to upgrade so I can have more testing I can do. So this is something which is we have to understand, right? And a lot of people told me that are we lost jobs to be lost or not? The answer is yes or no. But yes is because you are not improving, right? And no is because you can if AI can help you, you can upgrade yourself. Think about mobile phones, right? Before mobile phones, we don't have idea stuff apps only, right? Yeah, mobile phone, nowadays jobs with the with free of that, jobs be lost because of the mobile app revolution. There are a lot of jobs are lost. But because of new openings about web designers, Android, iOS developers, Android web developers, many other things. So because of new roles. Now, something similar will happen here. So if you again, I'm not to be things, I just want to hear, if you don't want to improve, the answer is yes, you won't improve and you won't get a proper jobs role. But if you are passionate about something, you'll get a job. Right? That's going to tell you, be afraid and keep learning. That's something very important. Okay. Now we won't talk about the co-pilot story and all. This is something very generic, and maybe some other features you have seen so far. But I'm not talking about that details. I'm talking about what things can help in terms of Gen AI, right? So that is what I'm talking about. Now, if you think about Microsoft's suite, they have so many tools we are having, right? We have ChatGPT. I mean, these are the not updated slides, but you get the idea that we have a ChatGPT chat, we have Copilot and Teams, all things. Then these few days I get okay. Copilot was something, Copilot was something. Even I was notified what right? I think also you can have Copilot. There's a great what when was doing. And makes your life easy. It is a thing, right? If you're not updating yourself about how it works, you will be left behind, right? Form kind of thing. So you have to think about that context, right? Now, it is another thing, right? Now, take my words here, like this AI revolution will be there, just not like our mobile, it will be at least for 10 to 15 years. right? And if you're not able to be good, you remember when I tried to have a system and when I was trying a lot of things, it was not easy for me after a couple of years because all people are going to cloud, right? I had to upgrade myself, right? I did a lot of things. I learned a lot of things and then I become a architect, right? It takes some time for to upgrade. So it's not just one day you can become architect or become a software developer. It is a ton of years of experience, and then you can contribute to your organization, right? Now, before I go to that, I give 5 steps here to future-proof your skills, right? With AI, right? Now, I do lot of readings, lot of videos I watch. So I just tell you something which I will share in my PPT later on. That if you want to get started with Gen AI and you're beginner, right? Again, if you're a beginner, started with these free courses. Right? These are amazingly good courses. Microsoft, AWS, Google, they're so good, right? And the people they come are very expert people, so they teach you very well, right? So study started with Gen AI, yeah? And it's been very good to upgrade. Okay, that started with Gen AI. Right? These courses will be there, and I will share the links with you later on, right? The second is about the how the basics of AI. Right? And I wanted to recommend idea that teach you a lot of circles in community events in Delhi community, the Pune community, and Singapore as well, and in even in the US and Canada as well. And I keep learning. Right, it's a good way to keep learning, right? So, this is some curated courses which I tell you is amazingly good. So, if you want to learn about uh, um, AI, the Godfather is Andrew Angie is an AI Godfather, and there's so many courses you can go for, and there are Gen AI for everyone. And a lot of courses, right? And good thing for Coursera is that all the courses are free. Okay, only thing which you have to pay is for your you want to share with the certificate in LinkedIn. In the LinkedIn you want to share, then only you have to pay. Otherwise, these courses are absolutely free. Okay. Again, normal YouTube. Okay. Anything bad thing with good thing with YouTube. YouTube is very good, and I'm not. You should notice in my many years of experience that YouTube is what it's really, what I call it a labs, right? I got these lab, right? Example, most of my labs. It's some test, right? Here, YouTube does not provide that services, right? So I go for course and I go for long paid courses. So I'm sharing that one also share later on. But these are a very amazingly good courses. Right? So first step is was to get the free courses. Go to the basic of AI. Basics of AI is so important, right? If you don't know what basics, you can't grow. That's a very important, right? So that is a step two. Step three, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Again, there's if you want to learn AI, and you need to don't worry on this because these courses, these videos, right, are using number of hits, right? These are amazingly good courses, again for the beginners, and this you can get started with that, and it's so useful, right? So many views, which means the courses are good, right? That is something what I share with you. And okay, my favorite is Udemy. I search a lot on that. So Coursera, that Udemy have a lot of courses with Python programming. And if you want to go slightly more advanced, okay, more advanced, then let's go also have machine learning, Gen AI with Python. These are slightly more advanced courses to go for that. So again, if you're a developer, if you want to learn about LLMs, with Python, this is a beautiful course for you. Okay, so these are the three things that I shared with you. Starting with the fundamentals, basics of things, then go for the courses from Coursera. Step three is about Python courses, very important. If you want to learn AI, I'm not a developer, but if you want to learn, if you want to grow, learn Python. Because in next couple of years, the more funding rules for Python, There is more on Microsoft, Amazon and all. They are more than really. So you have to practice roles to then get share with your interviewer that you have the skills in Python, right? It depends on what a role. If something you have assigned, still need some experience with that. At least you can tell to that with this particular case, you can use that particular model with a specific use case, right? So these basics, I'm really very basic in I'm talking about. Okay. And so I'm talking about the AI certifications, right? And these are pretty good. And again, this one is a free, completely free. Okay. And we can go for AI fundamentals for certifications and give you all the details. And there are a lot of videos for that. So this is something which is a Udemy course. So if you want, even there are three people who learn in a different way. These are really people do reading. And the other course which people do with implementation practice, right? So if you want to do this, then you can go for this course, right? They have lifestyle, which make sense for you because many people these exams, not Microsoft only, but other exams, at least you have hands-on training for that, right? And then you have this slightly more advanced courses. They give courses a bit advanced, so you can go for these courses. Huh? So I'm going for step one, two, three, four to future put your growth here. Okay. Uh, for me, because I keep on learning, so these are things which I learned from many courses so far. So this is the curated list which I share with you. Okay, which I share with you, and there's a very important point I want to share. Right. So we talked about 4 points, right? This is the beginner, go to the Coursera, about Udemy courses, then go for the AI fundamentals. Those things. So these are Microsoft. You can go for Google, and also we have AWS. Also have a lot of courses with that, so you can go for this. So this is the 4 one. Okay. So how what about with the human touch, right? I know you keep talking about human touch, and this is the most important slide. Is your health. Okay. And one thing which I did telling you, this is something that whether you are a CEO or whether you are a software developer, if your mental and physical well-being is not good, you can't do anything, right? This is a thing which I did technically, it happened to me. So I will tell you that the AI Copilot is just a phase. Something new will come. Right? And if you're ignoring the family, I'm talking about not people who are bachelors, not about that. All people, we're talking all people who have father and mother and have a family, have 2 kids as well. So most important thing in life again is your health. All right, important. Take care of your health. If you can't take care of your health, you can't do anything. Yeah, we've been here for some people, but I've been through that. Like, I wasn't, I really can't get this thing, but I was in hospital for a couple of months and I can see the pain, right? I think that okay, why because I didn't sleep well, so I have to be, everything about God, just for, because of sleep, have had an RCUs and long tests I did. So I've been telling you that's so important because my friend, maybe the ignorant I found that families are the most important people, right? So I think health, second, relationships. Okay, this relationship is just not family. Right? It's about your friends, right? The community. I'm talking to Simon. This is my connection with Simon. I have a connection with all the people who I'm in touch with. Whether it's Australia, whether it's Singapore, whether it's people who are international, I just have a lunch with them who ask me for feedback. I ask a question, they reply to me. So when you have this, the overall relationship scope, you find that okay, health and relationship need to complete. Okay, again, health and relationship need to complete. And the last thing which I will keep telling you is passion, right? Um, if you like example, I was actually like professional choreographer. I worked a lot in Singapore. It's a Zumba instructor and other places, Bollywood dancers and all, right? It's my passion. But it's something that I won't playing right now, but it's my passion to do something. Because I didn't do that the choreography thing, I do cycling, I joined gym. So your passion is certainly your ambition. It's just not for work. Most important thing, if you want to be a sane person, right? Not insane, a sane person, always pick a hobby so that you can give back to the society, right? So these three things we just share with you is so important. Health, relationships, and passion will make you a human there. Okay. Again, this is what I have for you. I spoke a lot about the negative stuff about jobs and all. But if you have a just a very strong mindset that you everything I can do, then you can do everything. And believe in God. Right? I tell you, trust in God. He knows everything and he will get you what is the best thing for you. Right? So that's about what I have right now. But I know that this a very I will say it's a something which is generic, but something which is finished that is so important for the how the software architecture things can work and how it helps them impacted. So I want to just give that to the so I can get the value. So